saw him do a match, and I was impressed. I think it was against Sheamus. He went against Sheamus, and I was impressed with how much he held his own in that thing. I was like, this is like a Zack Ryder knockoff. He's not gonna be. But that match lasted a good 15 to 20 minutes, and I was like,
yeah,
okay. I was like, let's see what you got, dude. Yeah, I was impressed by him, honestly. Yeah. And like I said, I apologize for not having the best memory right now. Very tired.
You need to go back to the.
It happens to everybody.
That's all good. No, it's not a big problem at all. Going back to the handcuffs, it could be worse. They could be Viagra on a pole match.
True.
Okay, you're not familiar with that. So Vince Russo is known for putting things on a pole match all the time. Lord. And one of the things he actually pitched, because people talked about, is he wanted to do a Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan Viagra on a pole match.
Good Lord.
That was back in a long time ago.
And the kicker is when he talks with one with a New York accent, but he says bro every like third word.
So. Yeah. Also, so I don't know if we were planning on doing a kind of transition into music because I was the person who's done the
that's what I was
thing.
Yeah,
we're good.
But can we talk about that album that Elias put out earlier in the year?
I haven't heard it personally.
I've heard a couple of songs. That was pretty good, man. Actually,
dude, it was. I was not expecting that. His version of Amazing Grace. I don't know if you guys have heard it. He does it essentially to the tune of House of the Rising Sun, and it is beautiful.
Okay.
And I believe it was it Elias and Jeff Hardy kind of have like a little debate going? Yeah, that's right. Speaking of Jeff Hardy, he was kind of my wrestler when I started doing. Back after Edge left, I was like, well, I need to find a new favorite wrestler. And then I was on YouTube. I was like, whoa, Jeff Hardy. He wears all this cool stuff. He's like a rock star too. And then I realized he wasn't in, and he was in TNA. And then his whole, him having to face his own demons with drugs and alcohol stuff. That was like, dang it. But then when he returned, I was like, yes.
Yeah, he does. He has his own band and everything too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I haven't heard Elias' thing. I actually kind of remember it coming out, but I never heard it myself. What style of music is it?
Very folk.
Folk, okay.
Yeah, like folk grit rock, like awesome. Like I was way impressed. I was like, granted, he's a WWE superstar, and like they have the top guys on it, but oh my gosh, I was not expecting it to be that.
I was hearing his concert there on Raw, and then I heard something else online from him. Like, man, this is actually legit good. So I was like, that's good. I think the first time they've had something like this in a long time. They had someone that released some good music out there, and rockish or folky. Yeah, basically it was really good. I'm like, man, I'm impressed. He's legit talented.
I do want to jump back to music, but because you mentioned Elias, did you see the feud between Elias and Braun Strowman at all?
I think at some point I had at least heard of it or had seen something on Twitter about it.
Okay, so Elias used to do the thing, well, he still does, where he does the guitar thing, where he does the song against the crowd. So Braun Strowman brought up a stand-up bass, hold it like a regular bass guitar, and he did the song where he goes, "You're gonna get these hands," and walk to the ring with it. It's definitely a clip to watch.
Oh, when they were doing, there was something like back earlier when COVID happened, when they were doing that kind of underground thing to where it was just essentially like, let's just wrestle, and Braun Strowman just went in there. Oh my gosh. There was one episode Braun Strowman just goes over there and he's just destroying everybody in his path. That was insane. And I thought that was a cool little thing that they did for that little time. I don't think they still do it anymore.
No, they don't. And you gotta imagine if that was around when Goldberg was really big, he would have demolished everybody too.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. But I thought that was cool. I think they ought to do that every now and again, just have that little underground fighting going on.
Now, with you being a music guy, is there any themes from WWE that you really dig?
Oh, absolutely. Again, going back to Edge, his theme song.
Okay.
That
Salter Bridge?
Yep. CM Punk with, hold on.
Because he had two. He had Kill Switch Engaged.
Yeah, and that one. Kill Switch Engaged. I had actually, for a project in audio school, took his theme song and did a mashup of Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. So I did like a metal version, like if Kill Switch Engaged did Bad Guy by Billie Eilish as a project.
Okay, I want to hear that first.
Yeah. I'll have to see if I can find it in my files. It was so long ago. It was like a year or two ago.
What other stuff do you like? Wait, did you like Cult of Personality when he had CM Punk's?
Yeah, I mean, so I grew up in like the Guitar Hero 3 era of video games and everything.
Okay.
So the fact that some of those songs were wrestlers' theme songs, I actually found Nickelback through WWE, which was kind of funny. Yeah. I found the band, found the band Skillet through WWE and all them. But yeah, so many good theme songs, man.
What do you think of Sami Zayn's current one?
I haven't really listened to it just because, again, his character is very similar to The Miz to me, to where he's a little on that annoying side, and I get that's why, but for me it's a little too much. Now, but the good thing about The Miz to me is his theme song, like that whole awesome, and then his theme song kicks in with I Came to Play. Yeah, there's a reason he's kept it for almost 10 years now. It's a good theme song. You know what it is right away. Yeah. Same thing with John Cena's. Like, there's a reason why some wrestlers keep their theme song, and there's a reason why some don't. Obviously, a lot of the changes are because of personality changes, character changes, and development and everything.
Right.
But I feel like
Triple H's The Game is perfect for him.
Absolutely. You have that, and then you have 619 Booyaka for Rey Mysterio. Like, you know that's him. Everything. It's like these signatures. And that, I think, is one part of wrestling that I don't think they really tell them about when they're going in. It's like, you have to have a theme song. Because it's like, this is the song that everybody's going to know you're coming down the ring, and this is your attitude going down. Same with Roman Reigns' old one, the ba-dum, ba-dum, or that could have been Rollins, but pretty sure.
That's Reigns. Reigns has the old
just
Shield
that
one.
really low guitar sound, just that tone, like you know that a powerhouse is about to walk through to the ring, and that's what you get. Like, in my opinion, a great wrestling theme song, I should be able to close my eyes and tell you exactly what the wrestler looks like walking down the ring.
There's a couple that are my favorite. I actually really like Sami Zayn's because I like ska music including, and it's very ska sounding. Tommaso Ciampa has a amazing theme song because it has that slow build up, and then you hear "No one will survive" in there.
Like, even like same thing with like The Undertaker. That bell hits, you know death is coming. Essentially, even back with the Wyatt family and everything, back when they would have the light show, you knew exactly what was coming down that ring when those lights went out and you heard those little jump scares and then that acoustic guitar creep in. You knew exactly what was coming.
The old Wyatt one was super creepy sounding too.
Oh yeah, but again, that was their vibe, which is insane.
Have you heard the Fiend's music?
I have, actually.
And it's a very, like, distorted version of the same riff.
Yeah.
But you hear hurt, heal, and it's like...
Yep.
Very metal.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, definitely check out Ciampa. Ciampa has a really good one. And I actually really like Finn Balor, but it's also because it reminds me of, like, 99 Metallica.
So, Rich, he did our intro recently, as I call our intro music for our podcast. It was a really good, when I had, me and Kay were talking about having one for a little bit, and let's get like a rock and roll, since, that'd be our medium, and that's where we both kind of meet in the middle of what we like. Yeah. And it's like, he's Metallica and I'm AC/DC, so like to get stuff in the middle. So I text Rich here, and it's like, get something that's right in between there. And I was like, he texted me, and I was like, please, God, I hope you like it, Cam. He said, I love it, man. I love it. So I was good. And right, Richard, he did a great job on our intro music, and for y'all, do more introduction. I had actually met Rich here about a couple months ago. He actually did some of the sound engineering on my single I just released out for Welcome to My World, and did great sound engineering. And I'm kind of picky about what studios I pick, past experiences, and he was really good, definitely. So yeah, definitely I'm pleased with the intro for our podcast. Did a great job, and it's got a cool studio too. So absolutely. Is that what, Maryville, Friendsville?
Yep. Yeah, Maryville, Friendsville, Alcoa.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like in that weird area where I'm like right on the border of everything.
Yeah.
So like if you go 5 minutes left, you're at Alcoa. If you go 5 minutes right, you're in Friendsville. So.
Yeah. I looked at the GPS. I'm like, okay, are you in Maryville or Friendsville? I was like, it was the.
Yeah,
was
essentially, if you type in my address, it'll say Friendsville, Alcoa, or Maryville.
Yeah.
But it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
I feel your pain because where I'm at, if you go 5 minutes north, you're in Tarpon Springs. If you go 5 minutes south, you're in Clearwater. If you go 5 minutes east, you're in Tampa. You go 5 minutes west, you're in Dunedin. So.
Man, I'm a huge Clearwater Beach fan. Me and my family actually went there for my senior vacation, my high school year. Love Clearwater Beach. I stood there for like 2 weeks. Stayed there for like 2 weeks.
What year did you stay there?
2018, like right before all that bad poison water came through, essentially. Like 2018, summer 2018.
So that means you would have been, in 2018, you would have been 10 minutes away from me.
That's insane.
I lived in Clearwater. I lived in the city of Clearwater in 2018, and the beach was less than a 10-minute drive. So do you remember when Hurricane Irma came through?
Yeah, it was right before, actually. I think it was that summer.
No, 2016 is when Irma came through.
Right. Yeah, okay, that's what it is.
And when Hurricane Irma, 2017. When Hurricane Irma came through, where I was, we were getting 100-mile-an-hour winds.
That's crazy. And it's funny.
My whole house is going to blow up.
So,
pretty much.
With, like, a lot of the reasons why I go to certain places is because I want to see something there or somebody. And one of my favorite YouTubers at the time was the Juke Squad, with Jack Tenney and all of them. And they were like these pranksters. They have like all the blonde dreadlocks and stuff. And they're from Florida. And, they're like a couple minutes away from Clearwater. And they do a lot of their pranks there. I do not. Hang on.
What did you just ask?
What city? Because he's saying that these guys are from Florida, but they're not too far from Clearwater. Being that,
okay.
Well, you're from there.
Indian Rocks Beach.
Oh yeah, they're right next to it. Then.
Yeah.
A friend of mine works out in Indian Rocks.
Yeah, that's but it was crazy because like we went to the people's house. It was insane. Like we didn't get to meet them or anything. They weren't filming that day. So, like I got to sit outside of their house and like take a picture with it. It was super cool.
Interesting.
But then I was like, whoa, Clearwater. That's even cooler.
You know what's funny about it too is like I'm from Florida myself. That's where Kid Cam grew up. I was where I was from. That's how we met years ago back in high school. But it's kind of funny, being up here in Tennessee or even seeing visitors down Florida when I was living down there. They were like, "Oh, I bet you went to the beach all the time." It's like, "Oh, you grew up in that." It was like every couple of years, they're like, "What?"
Yeah, when you live down here, you don't really like.
Yeah, like I get it all the time. It's like, I'm about 25 minutes away from the beach. To give or take a few minutes, and usually about take a few minutes, and so I just never got huge in the beach necessarily. Yeah, at a certain age, I was like with friends and here and there, but yeah, I more into rivers and lakes. But but I did go out to the beach sometimes. It was all right too. So yeah, I understand that absolutely.
Yeah.
Mainly fishing. That's usually what I did with fishing.
Fishing and surfing is what I've heard are the two big things down there.
Surfing mainly on the Atlantic coast. You don't really do that too much in the Gulf.
Yeah.
Unless there's a hurricane, then you got people that are going to be out there going crazy. Yeah, believe it or not, Mark and I actually lived probably 10 minutes apart from each other. We grew up 10 minutes apart from each other, basically.
That's crazy.
Yeah, small world. I mean, we met in high school playing football together, and yeah, pretty much. And then he said Survivor Series during a football practice. I'm like, oh, okay, you're in the wrestling.
Yeah.